Hey everyone, back with another video. So today I'm going to be showing you this n8n system that I've built, and what it is it's a lead generator, and from here the leads are then called by an AI cold caller. So you don't have to do any of the scraping manually. You don't have to cold call any of the leads. I already have systems built. I'm going to be showing you how to basically manage this system here and how to actually build the AI cold caller in SimFlow. But don't worry, because I'm going to be giving you this automation for completely free. Is going to be able to download in the link in the description. It should be the top or the second link. And yeah, I'm going to be giving you all the prompts that I'm using as well to actually build out the SimFlow caller. So first, basically, just to describe each section of the automation. So it's going to run at 9 a.m. daily, or you could just get rid of this node here and execute it just manually. But yeah, you can either have this here and it run at 9 a.m. daily, and it pulls search seeds from Google Sheets, and I'll just show you this in a second, and then splits them so each seed can be scraped individually. And then here, I don't know if any of you watching this have used Apify, but basically Apify is a lead scraper. You can scrape leads through here, and this launches Apify with each seed and fetches back the data set of scraped businesses leads. And then from here, this just cleans up the Apify results and then splits them into one lead per execution, and then normalizes fields to match the sheet headers. And I'll be showing you these sheets that I have, so you can literally just straight up copy what are in these sheets. And then obviously this is the output, so it's going to append all of them leads that you get into a lead sheet, and then from here the SimFlow caller is then going to obviously call the leads from their number. So I'll show you the lead sheets first, and then I'll get to running this automation, and then at the end I'll be showing you just like the basics, the ins and outs of SimFlow, and then an example. But yeah, so here's the lead sheet, and here's the headers that I have. So we have the company, the website, the email, the phone number, the city, the rating, reviews count, status, and these two don't really matter that much. And then we also have the seed sheet, and this is important because if I was to come back into this automation here, if you were to read these, obviously you just connect your Google Sheets here really easy. So obviously you click the read sheets node, and then from the list, and then whatever we want the operation to be get rows, but you want it to be obviously the name of your Google Sheets, and then from the list of whatever, and then from here split seeds, and you want the batch size to be 1, and then we come into Apify, and this is where the good stuff from this seed sheet comes in. So you want the resource to be an actor, and obviously you'll have to connect your Apify account, and you can actually get free accounts through Apify if you've never used it before. And then you want it to be you can either I've used this actor before, so I've gone to recently use actors, but you can go to Apify store actors, and what you want to find is this one here is from Lucas Krivka, and it's the Google Maps email extractor. And I think, well, from what I've used, this one's probably the best one out of the free ones you can get. And but obviously, when I give you this automation, you should already have all of this coded in here. So all you need to do is literally just put the correct keywords here, and obviously you don't have to use this here. You can just use like your niche, depending on whatever niche you're in. Well, and then yeah, you can just put that in there, and then you want it to then get the data set items, and then you want to have data set ID, and then that will be this here. So you literally drag and drop into here, and you can put the limit of whatever you want. So let's say you want to scrape 100 leads, then you can just put 100, or 200 leads, and you put 200. But I've just kept it at 50. You can always increase that. And then here's just what this does is basically just get all the headers that we actually need. So when we actually scrape Apify, it's going to scrape a load of other stuff as well, like obviously neighborhood and then postal code. What we want to do is literally only have the headers that we actually need for the lead sheet, which is all in here. And then so obviously you'll get that. And the split leads, this should also already be done for you. But if not, then you just want the operation to be split out items and then include no other fields. And the field to split out is you literally just want to grab this here and drop it just right into there. So that's that. And then the normalized lead as well. So this is just getting obviously all the headers that we need as well. So, and all of this should be already done, coded in for you. And then this is literally just to append to the lead sheet. So once I actually run this actor, I'll show you is obviously the leads need to get put into somewhere, and then they have to go into the right headings. So what you want to do is obviously connect your lead sheet or whatever, and come to operation and append row, and then there should be an option to add a field here. And what you want to do is have each obviously header mapped correctly in here, and then let's say for company, you'll literally just come to this code note here, and then come over and then paste in company there, and then you do it for all of the rest here. So now I'll actually run this. What I can't do is actually run that cold caller, because then it's gonna, call all of them leads that are scraping. I don't want to do that. So what I'm actually going to do is scrape all of them leads for you. Well, I'll scrape all of them leads, and then we'll go inside a SimFlow. I'll show you how to build out the caller and everything we need. And what I'll do is I'll actually connect one of them businesses, but use it as my phone number, so you can actually see this caller actually work in action. So I'll execute this step here, so we get all the way up to until we don't you use the caller, and I'll just pause this until this is all done. So as you can see, I've obviously executed this until the lead sheet. If I was to come into lead sheet, so now we've got obviously the company name, the website, the email, the phone number, the city, ratings, and on all that. So obviously I've got all of these phone numbers here, but if it was to go through to SimFlow, all of these numbers would just be called just like that. But obviously I had to stop it there, so it doesn't call all these numbers, and actually can show you what this agent can do. So all of that's done now. All of that me explaining this n8n automation here, it is done. So if I was to come into SimFlow, if you've never used SimFlow before, basically it's just an AI voice platform, and I like using SimFlow, and they're always making changes at the moment to it. So I think SimFlow is definitely the best. Well, that's my opinion anyway. But if you were just to obviously, I'll show you how to build the agent out just in a second, but I'll just show you a general understanding of it. So here we have the agents, and obviously this is where you're going to build your inbound or outbound agents, or whatever obviously agent you want to build. And here's the knowledge base as well. So here's where you're going to put all your information around either your client's business. I don't think for what we're building today, it doesn't really. I don't think the knowledge base matters too much, but we're going to have to use some actions here as well, because obviously, if what we're going to be selling, well, the offer that I'm going to be selling with this AI chatbot, obviously, this isn't just tailored for what you are, but what you sell. So it's an AI appointment setting bot. Whatever you sell, you just can change up the prompting, and obviously have your offer in there. But so to how the AI agent actually goes is it obviously calls up the lead, and then confirms like if that's the company that they're calling, and then it will say, it will pitch the offer, which is an AI appointment setting bot, and we'll try and book them onto a discovery call basically. And once obviously that person says yes, I want to book a discovery call, you can either come down to the send SMS action, and then if I'll just show you. I'll actually just show you, so it'll be a lot easier. So let's say you want to say the user says they want to book an appointment, and the SMS content will just be thanks, please fill out, or thank you, whatever, and then send your booking link. But if you don't want to do that, you can come to the real-time booking, press create a real-time booking, and if you've got either a cal.com or Go High Level account, you can just connect them and then select whatever calendar, and then whatever time that person picks up, whenever they want to book for, the AI will literally just obviously book them straight into that slot. Then here we have workflows, but I don't think we're going to be using these workflows here for today. And then another one that's important, I've got to show you phone numbers definitely as well. So this is literally just a demo account that I normally use for YouTube. But you want to come to buy a phone number, and then I'll just let that load. And then I think the only three numbers that they have is, the only three countries that they have is United States, Australia, and Canada. and you know that's very weird. I think there used to be. I think you may be able to get some SMS available ones, but if not, no. You can always connect it to Twilio, and I can show you that. So if you come to integrations and come to Twilio, all you'd want to do is literally input your account SID inside of Twilio, your auth token, and then your numbers will be obviously connected. Another thing that is actually really important inside of this n8n workflow is having an API key. So you want to come down to API keys, and this is how you're going to actually connect your SimFlow account to n8n. Because if I come back into n8n, this HTTP, this is how you're going to set it up. So you want to have the method to be post, the URL, this is the exact URL that you want to use, and then you want to choose bearer auth. And then once you come in here, you want to press create credential, and then literally create an API key of where I've just shown you, and then paste that in there and then save. And then obviously your account will be connected. And then you want to come down to send body. Content type is JSON, specific body using JSON, and then this is the JSON that you're going to use. Obviously, you're not going to use my model ID. What you're going to do is we've got basically everything set up here now. Is obviously come to an agent. You'll come to create agent, outbound agent, and come into your agent here, and then copy and paste. Well, click this here, copy model ID, come back in here, and then paste it into this model ID section right here, and that will obviously use your caller instead of mine. So now we're actually inside of building the agent here. So if you were to just come to configure, these are just literally the general settings. So the model that you use is up to you, but I would use GPT-4 because that's just a recommended one. And obviously people have been having problems with ChatGPT-5 lately. But and then the time zone is just obviously whatever time zone you're in. If you've got any knowledge bases, then you can add that. I would say you can use this here, these realistic filler words, just so it sounds a bit more realistic. And the voice, obviously, you're just going to choose a language that you're in, and you can choose many voices here. So you can either use like 11. Well, okay, that because you can import voices from 11 Labs to here, but I think they've already. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So they've obviously got loads of voices here, and you can just go down and just listen to a load of voices, and then pick whichever voice is best for your niche or whatever you're selling. And the patience level, I'd say keep this low at 1 second. The voice speed, you're going to want it. We want it to be fast. Voice volume, again, you want this high. You can either just keep all of these settings the same, or in terms of optimizing the latency, I'd say have this high. And what this is going to do, obviously, it just explains it here. So the lower settings improve quality, so the quality of it being to your prompt, and the higher settings reduce latency but may affect accuracy. But if your prompt's accurate enough, then I'd say just have this latency a bit higher. The stability, I always keep it balanced. A lot of these I don't normally play around with. The core configuration, I don't really play around with these settings as well. But obviously, you're going to be paying for minutes and stuff like the idle duration. So after 15 seconds, let's say the user on the phone hasn't said a word, then the AI will just hang up. But after 4 seconds, let's say the person on the phone hasn't spoken in 4 seconds, then the AI is going to remind them, "Oh, I'm still here. Do you have any questions?" And then you can have the pause before speaking. So this is when the AI or that lead picks up the phone. You can have it at 0. I'll say have it at 0 seconds, and you can also have a limit on the call durations as well. But that's completely obviously up to you and however long you want the calls to be. So here we have the prompting. Now this isn't anything crazy. This is literally just to get you started basically with this cold caller. You can always add on to this and then put obviously whatever is in your business. So here we have the global settings. So this is literally just the instructions of the agent. So obviously I've already filled this out for you. And then we have FAQs. Some of these I've filled out as well, and especially with the objections. Then we have the greeting message, and it's important that you have a variable here. So hello, is this company? So if we were to come into the lead sheet, and then so let's say we were calling up Yumsy Food, then it would obviously call Yumsy Food and say, oh hello, is this It'll come back here. Hello, is this Yumsy Food? There's something I want to speak to you about. And obviously, this greeting message here is going to invoke curiosity. So let's say that, yeah, they have time to speak and they want to speak. And then the AI is going to say, I appreciate you for taking this time. Quick question: how do you handle missed calls or after hours leads at company right now? I say, well, I'll just delete them here because they're not needed. And obviously, you don't have to use this prompting, but let's say you do sell AI chatbots or AI appointment setters, then you can just easily use this. So I think you get the understanding of this flow right here. And if any of you don't use the flow designer inside the SimFlow, and well, if you use SimFlow, then I'd say you definitely use it. I don't really like the normal prompting. I think it can make a lot of mistakes just having normal prompting. But we'll just come over to actually I'll just save this really quick. I'll just save that. We'll just come over to just 1 second. There we are. Actions. You want to come to after the call. Let's say if you had the send SMS and then you press action and then send the SMS. But if you had the appointment booking over the phone, you could just go back into the flow designer and then you'd come down to whichever step it would book the call in. So if you were to come to here, add actions, real-time booking, and then you'll just add that inside of there. And also the deployment. This is where you're gonna add your phone number, any webhooks, and all of that stuff. But now I'm gonna actually get to testing this caller. Sorry about that, everyone. I just had to get more minutes there. But as you can see, it's calling me on my phone here. I'm gonna test it.
Hello, is this Yumsy Food? There's something I want to speak to you about.
Yes, it is. What is it that you need to speak to me about?
Thanks for confirming. Quick question. How do you handle missed calls or after-hours leads at Yumsy Food right now?
We don't. We will just maybe message him back the next day or call him.
Got it. That's pretty common. Here's why I'm reaching out. Most businesses lose potential customers simply because no one answers fast enough. Our AI booking bot replies instantly, qualifies leads, answers FAQs, and even books them straight onto your calendar. It's like having a 24/7 receptionist without the extra cost. Would you be open to a quick walkthrough to see how it works?
Yeah, why not?
Perfect. Let's lock in a quick 10-minute demo. Would tomorrow morning or afternoon work better for you?
Yeah, let's do tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Great. I'll book it for tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I'll send over a meeting link to this number after the call. Looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you. Bye. And there we have it. So that's it there, tested. So if you want to get these prompts here, just, there should be top or the second link of the description. So as always, I hope you got value from this video and I'll see you in the next one.